What's going on, guys? It's your boy Trav Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood here today for the Comic-Con exclusive SDCC. That's right, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2024 AEW Jazwares. Kenny, by God, Captain Canada, America, Omega, Captain North America, Omega, Kenny Omega. It's a review. I haven't reviewed a Kenny Omega figure yet, which is crazy. Probably my favorite wrestler going today. I mean, he's been on the show for a little bit, playing some Street Fighter 6, hanging with June from Jada Toys and Don Callis and I Mess Around. But yeah, this is the one of 1,000. It retails for $40 if you were in San Diego. Don't know if Jazwares will eventually throw this in the vault. It depends on if they sold the 1,000 at Comic-Con. I am not sure how well these did. But I do got to give a shout out to Jazwares for hooking your boy up. And I can't wait to jump on the Jazwares journey and bring you guys some exclusive AEW Jazwares from the vault, exclusives and so forth in the future. Love the deluxe packaging. It's a little bit of a mystery as to why Kenny went with the Captain America gear when he's clearly from Winnipeg. It's like you got the maple leaf on the front. It's an amalgamation of all the Americas. So as you can see, 10 pieces, Jazwares, Comic-Con exclusive right there. Do love this like very Stanley-ish one of 1,000 there going on in the font in the front. It's got his logos, AEW Supreme. Now the AEW Unrivaled Collection Supreme Kenny Omega is one of my favorite AEW Jazwares figures of all time, if not like second behind Penta, but tremendous. Love the packaging. It's really good. The only thing I would probably complain about a little bit this packaging is that it doesn't have the whole fold over thing. You know, it'd be nice to like fold it over and see the whole figure and all the accessories. I would dig that. But it is time to strike open the packaging and check out the best in the world, Kenny Omega, and see what he's got to offer for Comic-Con and Jazwares. And maybe the coolest news of this AEW Jazwares exclusive is that I don't have to rip open the box. I've been heavily critical of their AEW packaging in the past. I guess they were trying to prevent figure swaps, and if you see what's going on with some of the WWE Mattel figures, you'd understand probably to an extent. But the problem is when I get really nice packaging, especially the Supreme packaging, once I open it, it's done. I know some of you are meticulous with your knife cutting skills and all that, but man, I don't know about you, but I cannot save any of the Supreme packaging for my life. But at least on this, it looks like it's almost a slip cover, and if there is, I apologize, but it looks like it is stuck there. See how it's almost like a slip cover thing? I'm sure I could eventually get it out, but it feels really stuck and I don't want to rip anything. But regardless, I was able to get the figure out of the packaging without destroying the packaging, and that's all I care about for that point. All right, so you get this maple leaf backing here. It's a little plain, but it does have kind of like very superhero-esque blast effects there or whatever, so it's fine. At least it's a maple leaf and it's Canadian, not some American thing, so at least they were on point with that. But as you can see, the packaging comes with 4 head sculpts, a microphone because it wouldn't be an AEW figure without a microphone, a trash can lid, we'll get into that, and a total set of 3 sets of hands and an extra hand. So 7 hands right there, but he looks really nice, so let's crack at it. All right, and if you haven't watched a Moody review before, I always go through the AAA, the aesthetics, the articulation, and the accessories. Of course, first we'll look at the aesthetics. It is Winnipeg's Omega donning the cap duds. It's a little silly, but then when you really look at the fig, it's got all these awesome tampos, decals, logos with, you know, you got his Kenny Omega critical, like underneath pi symbol. You got the leaf in the shield, which is really cool. And then you got both the leaf. It looks like Target, like a Target exclusive, so that's fun. But then you also have his Omega logo there and everything. And then I really dig this. It's got the Avengers font Elite on the buttocks. As you can see, there's some detail here in the outfit. Almost look like there's some, like a paint chip or paint wear or anything like that, but it looks like it's some kind of design too. So there's just another look at the Omega Tampo on the upper thigh, and then all that nice, it's like got the Captain America shield, but you know, he made it Canadian, so that's cool. Got a different kind of red for his wrestling boots there, but it strikes all the way red. These knee pads are a molded piece, but they're molded on, so you're not gonna be able to move it around, but they do feel good. It's not just paint. It's got the creasing and all over like that. Just probably skipping ahead to some articulation. You got double knees. Coming over here, you got toe joints, which is really, really cool there. Usually you see that in the Ultimate line for WWE, and you get an ankle rocker that spins 360, and then you got the vertical toe or foot hinge there, all ankle hinge, and then, you know, that ankle rocker, of course, and then you could do the whole Jean-Claude Van Damme. One thing, though, that might be a little disturbing to some Omega diehards is that this is not tan enough, but it is a good skin tone on the torso. Of course, we have that nice torso cut. I think it's a really good torso cut, too. I mean, it obviously looks like a toy because, I mean, it's got a giant crease and whatnot, but it's got great range. You got a nice ball joint there, and then a hinge that can go both ways. AEW Jazwares figures feel really good. The biggest issue has been the face sculpt, but this face scan to me is absolutely tremendous. This is one of the best Kenny Omega face scans I've seen yet. I've seen some criticisms of some Kenny faces, but this is among the best. I think the hair looks absolutely awesome, at least in the light, but it is missing some yellow streaks if you look at reference photos of Kenny from that match in 2023. Anarchy in the Arena, it was at Double or Nothing between the BBC and the Elite. You got butterfly joints, as all Supremes do. And you got, obviously, we could do a whole T-pose there. Double pinless elbows. I'm not sure how I feel about all these gaps here in the elbow. It looks very much like a toy. Like he's gonna pop into the AEW video game or something like that, which is fine, but you know, we're not quite there with Jazwares, but overall their Supreme figures are fantastic. You got the wrist swivel that spins 360, and it's got a horizontal hinge. Vertically, it barely goes up, but he's got microphone hands, and he's got several other sets of hands that we'll get into. Take a look into the back. Can also stretch here. So you could do quite a lot of, you know, his signature kick, and pretty much any wrestling move he wants to do, he's going to be able to do. But again, I really dig this. Got nice light brown beard. I think the eyes look crystal. I'm looking at my other Kenny Omega face sculpts right now, and I don't have every Kenny Omega in the line, but man, this might be my favorite one. I mean, he also comes with 3 other face sculpts, and we could do a swap of that really quickly. And then you get the Kenny smiling, laughing, talking into the AEW microphone. That blessed AEW microphone. I wonder how many my dude Justin Kendall has from Wrestling Figure News. Speaking of which, my dude Justin just interviewed Jeremy Padower of Jazwares on the Wrestling Figure News podcast, so go check that out. Link will be in the description. Yeah, you can spin the head, of course, 360. This is the tilt up. Nice tilt down there. You got nice little range on the ball joint. Can tilt all the way around. So this is a really nice figure. It is a repaint of the Supreme, but since I never reviewed the Supreme on the channel, why the hell not go all the way? Now, from far away, this face sculpt looks pretty good. Of course, the signature pose of Kenny Omega. I'm pretty sure I got like 20 different Kenny Omegas in this pose. No, I don't even have 20 Kenny Omegas. But then when we take a deeper look at this face scan, it looks pretty demented. It doesn't look like him. It looks like an ECW jobber. Got this side of the jaw. Looks like he's, I don't even want to say it's mean, but he's not having a good day, we'll say. I mean, the hair and everything's nice, the eyes, but then this whole part of the face isn't really cutting it for me. It's too bad because I thought this was a pretty fun face, but yeah, he's like, not quite Kenny there. And then even worse, my finger was a little bent. And sure, in a wrestling match, maybe if he's wrestling like Pete Dunne or something like that, it could get bent. But yeah, oh, okay, I guess, look at that. Problem solved, figure surgery right there. But no, it is kind of bent back a little bit, so you're going to have to mess with it. But a little bit of warpage on the finger, not the end of the world, but let's see, is my finger. Then you got these menacing kind of claw hands or something like that, just in action. I do like this face sculpt. I do think this face sculpt is pretty damn good. it's a little like on the meaner side, and he's coming at you a flying plancha, but it does look, a little bit like Kenny if he's in the action, he's in the mist, and he's feeling all the adrenaline, and he's ready to kick your butt, but it works, and then you get all this nice veinage right there in the arms. I think it's really, it would have been nice with like a little extra tan and a yellow highlight, blonde highlight going on down there, but overall pretty good. Some of the other AEW figures have too much blonde, so you're going to have to like maybe paint the streak yourself, as we see right here. I'm probably just glad they didn't include this face sculpt. It's like, that, who is that? That's not Kenny Omega, you know what I mean? But then you can actually go blue, since we got, I believe the blue head scan was from the Walmart exclusive. If I got that wrong, you can correct me in the comments. But yeah, this is one of the best ones right here. And just a comparison. Yeah, I think the one on the right is more improved. It's more of a Fu Manchu, where this is a full beard. This is amazing Kenny Omega face sculpt. Been waiting for a face sculpt like this for a while. That's a pretty good one. He's having a good time talking to him. I do like the blue hair going with the rest of the outfit. It does seem like a little different color blue, a little brighter, a little more thunder blue than your traditional American, well, I guess in this instance, Canadian blue, but yeah, it could work. Another face scan I'm glad they didn't choose is this one, but now that I look at it, it's not so bad, but to me it ain't Kenny. And so other than the microphone and of course the sets of hands and heads, we've got this trash can lid accessory here, which poses as his shield. It would have been nice to have maybe another shield with like a maple leaf logo on it with the Captain America inspired colors or whatever, but it is a really nice shield, as you can see, with this nice paint job here. It's a little shiny and whatnot, but it's a really nice quality. All the ridging, everything like there, it looks like a trash can and also looks like a shield, so they did a good job. Got a soft PVC. Actually, this is not a PVC, this is like a rope. Here, it actually bends open. Oh, I didn't even really notice that till just now. So that's really convenient. You want to get the hand in there. You just pull along that. Oh, okay. That's really cool. That's really neat. You got another head swap here, Kenny, with one of his best face sculpts from, I believe, the Unrivaled line, but could be the Undisputed line. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a whole encyclopedia of AEW figures, but this looks really good, even though his hair was not that light. So at least they did bring the darker hair to give him a little more relevance, but you can pop and swap as usual. And again, cool accessory. Comic-Con, $40. I would have included one more like special shield with maybe that Omega symbol right there behind me on the packaging. That would have really made a cool, dope shield just to give him something else. And here we have Captain Canada sporting good old USA red, white, and blue cap shield. And we got Captain Trash Can. And here we got Electrifying Shield Super Mark Kenny with comic book Steve Rogers. And here you got Kenny with the pop and swap with the other Supreme interviewing Chris Evans about what it means to be Captain Canada. No, he's asking him about the Russos returning to the MCU. And just an example of that for those new to AEW figs, maybe you want to grab this because it's got the Captain America outfit or whatever, but yeah, you could pop and swap. Maybe the single best things about the AEW Jazwares figures is the fact that you can pop off the lower half and mix and match with pretty much every AEW Jazwares figure, so pretty awesome. Something not a lot of toy lines are doing, but slowly are starting to adapt. All right, so what do we think of this Kenny Omega? I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a perfect Comic-Con exclusive from AEW and Jazwares. I think they nailed it as far as like sticking with the theme. I mean, how do you get any more Comic-Con than this? Like I said, maybe another shield or another accessory to kind of justify that $40 price point. But when you think about it, AEW Supreme Jazwares figures are what, $33, $34.99. So for another $5, it's a Comic-Con exclusive, not so bad. Probably hard to win the lottery. Thanks so much again, Jazwares, for the product review sample, and I had a total blast. It was great to actually finally review a Kenny Omega figure on a Toy Con and Mood. I'm going to go 4.25 whiskeys out of 5. I don't think it's going to blow anyone's mind. Kenny Omega himself as a character, an AEW wrestler, has been on the shelf for quite a little bit with an unfortunate injury, but obviously he's a legacy character in AEW and all of professional wrestling. To be honest, he's definitely one of the best in the world and a living legend. And I think this ode to Captain America, representing his home country and everything, was a really cool moment in the Anarchy in the Arena match back at Double or Nothing last year. So I think it's a really good exclusive. It's a repaint. So again, if you don't have it, you have this figure if you're collecting AEW. So you got it somewhere. You just might not have this decal. I think eventually this won't be that hard to find. Right now on Macari, they're going to flip for double and all that. But just wait for the storm to pass and you should have it at last. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, but like the video. It helps with all that algorithm madness. I love me some Kenny Omega, and I hope to review more AEW Jazwares figures in the future. If you dug the review, also leave me a comment. I respond to everybody, at least with a like, a heart, a thumbs down. If I ghost you, then you've got real issues, because I love talking to the community about anything wrestling and anything action figures. So let's talk about this Comic-Con exclusive 2024 Kenny Omega in the comments below. And yes, again, thanks for watching. Like the channel, and we got another episode of Wrestling Figure News Kinda Mood coming up this weekend, maybe with a big time special guest. So in the meantime, guys, for Trav Moody, I'm out of here. I'll catch you at Comic-Con next year. But as always, I'll see you in the toy aisle. Peace.